Hey guys, I just wanted to share with you my new Monarch deck that I've been working on for a little bit. It's really working well, this format. Everybody says Monarchs are dead. Formula Monarch is, it's really dead. One Formula Monarch, no Fishborg Blaster. Yeah, but that doesn't mean you have to give up on Monarchs. I really want to re-innovate it, and the great thing about Formula Monarch is it allowed you to abuse level 8 synchros using your Monarch and a level 2 tuner, and also allowed you to thin out your deck by drawing. Um, so I really tried to focus on that. So 3 Caius, 3 Ryza, standard Monarch, and a Dark Dust Spirit. Dark Dust Spirit is really good, especially when they overcommit to the field and they don't have any back row. 2 Lad for the econ play. It's really nice to have. It burns up your opponent's resources. Jinzo and Vandy's Fiend. Vandy's Fiend is a really nice mainboard tech because if I can get out first turn, it really stops a lot of the top tier 1 decks from opening big with Tour Guide or any other type of card that really gives them the first turn big advantage push that they need with all the special summoning. 3 Fader, double Swap Frog, double Treeborn, and a Rowan Tone. Rowan Tone is always nice for defense. 1 Effect Veiler, 1 Spirit Reaper. This is where I had to start making changes. The Spirit Reaper is a nice little wall. If you don't have the cards you need, you can stop, set up. That's really nice defense. It's always nice to get in there and poke a Spirit Reaper. Send the card out of the hand. Zephyros. Zephyros is a really nice touch as well, because what he allows me to do is when he goes to the graveyard, whenever I want, I can reuse my Monarch. I can mount him back to the hand, special summon him, take 400, and then reuse that Monarch, or I can use him to synchro or just to poke. It's really nice and convenient. This is the only proxy. It's Glow Up Bulb. I don't have one right at the moment, but Glow Up Bulb allows you to go into Formula Synchron and go into Shooting Star Dragon. Even though you only run 1 Formula Synchron, you still have to play Shooting Star Dragon because you can get it out there. It's not that hard, and having it out there is really viable to getting you the game win. And then I really want to focus on abusing level 8 synchros. The double Krebons allows you to sync up with your Monarchs, and this allows you to have a little bit of like a mini Spirit Reaper. You can normal summon, pay the 800, wait for Treeborn to come up the next turn, sacrifice for Caius, blow up the monster, attack Krebons first, attack with Monarch, sync into either Thought Ruler, Colossal, Stardust. I really like going into Stardust. It's really nice, especially if I know I can bring out Formula next turn. And then something else we can use to abuse level 8s is Plague Spreader Zombie. I can normal summon this and sync, and then I can also use it to the graveyard. If my Foolish is dead, I can always send this to the graveyard, and then I have it when I need it. And then I have 2 Birdman. It helps me get in those awkward level synchros. I can go for level 5s for this. I can go for level 6 with this. It's really nice, and it also allows me to reuse my Monarchs. I can bounce the Monarch back to my hand, special summon this, sacrifice this for the Monarch, whatever I want to do. But either way, it's really nice. And then, since I'm running Treeborn, I need to run triple Econ. It's a must. It gives you your opponent's monsters. It's an automatic +1. Especially if you have Lad in your hand and you're saving this for Lad. Special summon Treeborn, activate, take your opponent's big monster that you've been having a hard time dealing with. Treeborn comes back, Lad, and then you just burn up your opponent's resources. Heavy Storm, double MST, all staple stuff. Pot of Avarice, you have to run this in this deck, just so you can, like, shuffle your Monarchs back into your deck, make them live again. Dark Hole, Monster Reborn, Allure of Darkness for draw, Foolish to get either your Glow Up Bulb or your Plague, or even your Treeborn Engrave. It's really nice with running 2 Swap Frog and a Foolish Burial, because having 2, the Swap Frog isn't dead, but I always seem to be able to get Treeborn in the grave either first turn or second turn. And then I have 1-for-1 and E-Telly. Emergency Telly is really nice. It makes synchroing really quick. Summon the Monarch, special this. It's really nice. The extra deck can really be anything that you want, but if you're going to run a version similar to what I have with the Birdmen, you're going to want to play Gen XR Locomotion, and what he allows you to do is you special summon him, you use Birdman and Caius, and you special summon him. He's a 2500 beater, Master Stardust, but you take your opponent's highest level monster, and that's really good late game when you get to bring him out. Just take your opponent's big beater, you keep him, you can use him to tribute, or you can just beat the crap out of your opponent. He doesn't go back next turn, you just keep him on your field until he's dead. And that is really nice. He can attack and everything. If you're running Glow Bulb and you can make Formula Synchron, I definitely suggest playing a Formula and having a shooting start. Like, this card isn't expensive, you get it in a tin. Run it, because when you have the chance, you want to make it, because it just gives you that much of an advantage. Its effect is great, and it's 3300 attack, which just gives you a big push when you can get in there direct. I like running 2 Stardust. That way, if 1 Stardust gets deprisoned and I have the chance to get out Shooting Star, I always have the second option. And since I'm really trying to abuse level 8s, I want to bring out this guy. He can't be targeted. You just pay 1,000 life points, negate it. And the big thing is, I can get over Stardust and all those 2400, 2500 beaters that I can't get over with my Monarchs when I have to attack. And I get a life point gain boost, which is really, really helpful mid to late game when you're running low. Other than that, you can run anything. You can run Red Dragon Archfiend, Catasters, Bryonax. I always like to have Colossal Fighter because it's a big beater. All these things you can use, just make sure you can sink into that level. And other than that, it's good. You can try different variations. If you don't have a Zephyros, another good thing you can put in your deck instead of him is a Sangan, because it allows you to search for your Battle Faders, your Effect Veilers, everything that gives you that tad bit of an advantage. If you know you're going to have a Monarch setup, you can add a Plague Spreader or Krebons to your hand. It's just really good for the setup. You can also try using Mobius's different level 6 monsters in place of the ones I had, or even different cards like Cyber Dragons. It's all really good. If you're going to make, for your side deck, what I do recommend is Twister, pay 500 life points, destroy 1 face-up, spell a trap card. That's really good for people who are siding Skill Drain. You can blow that up and not have to waste your MST. That's always really helpful, because when you can always sacrifice your Monarchs, but they won't get their effects, which isn't very helpful. And you can get out the Mask of Restricts, Royal Oppression, Royal Decrees. Well, I wouldn't waste one on a Royal Decree, but yeah, any of that stuff that can help you. And I also recommend very strongly running a Burial from the Different Dimension. At least one in your side deck. It comes in the structure deck now, maybe even get 2, just so I wouldn't see myself using both, but it's just so that I can draw it quicker when I need it. It's really nice, because as soon as they see what you're playing, they're going to want to remove your Treeborn, because then you lose most of your fodder for your Monarchs, and as soon as you draw that Burial, you can put it back in your grave. Even though you have 2, if they remove them both, it's very hard to get any type of field advantage. Okay, well, I'm out.